Today's movie is Psychotronic, man. The synopsis is a man discovers that he has psychotronic powers, the ability to will people to die. He begins exercising that power. That's the synopsis from the movie. Let's kick off the movie and see how this one goes. I've got plenty of beer. I'm already a couple in, so.
3, 2, 1.
A motion picture by Jack M. Sell. Rocky is our main character, and he's working as a barber in, I assume, his barber shop. The riveting haircutting scene. And it looks like he just sort of hates his life, hates his job.
Well, I suppose you'll be cutting hair into the evening, huh?
No way. As a matter of fact, I'm closing up right now. And thank you.
Meeting a chick.
No, I just want to get away from it all.
Yes. Oh, hair dye is so good. Oh, man. So he does his job, he closes up shop, and he goes home. And I'm telling you, our boy Rocky loves the open road because he takes the long way home, and it's like the long way. This is amazing. So far, the guy cut some hair and then he left his shop. Now he's just on the open road. How far does he live? It's gotta cut to something soon, right? Instead, it cuts to the forest with text over the trees. You can't quite make out what you're looking at. Can you read that? I can't read that. It says the name of the movie, but you're like, is that what? What? Who's in the movie? Robert Vonnie's in the movie. At least we know that. We know one actor. Conductor Jack M. Shell. Also director. Oh. He's also the director of photography. The credits have been going on for like 2 minutes and you can't read. Oh, he's also the... Jack is also the editor. Somebody else produced it. Poor guy. Also directed everything by Jack M. Shell. This guy lives so far away from home that he has to pull over to take a nap. I've been driving all fucking day just trying to get home. It'd be funny if he lived like 2 days away from his shop. And then he has basically what you assume is a dream. Somebody left the fog machine on outside. Oh. Shoot, I farted so much it caused condensation inside. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. Drink some more of this hair grease here. Why would that be the first thing you do when you wake up? Huh? Huh? Oh. Ew. So he turned on the car and then decided to walk out. He opened, bro, I think you're just dreaming, bro. I gotta stop drinking people's hair grease, man. What am I doing, man? He pulls off to the side of the road and he falls asleep, and then he almost falls out of a floating car, and then he wakes up and he's like on the road and there's a car behind him, and he's like, oh, okay. And then he just starts driving and you're like, wait a minute. What? Another one of those dreams where I was flying in my car again. So he wakes up in bed, he goes out and his wife's like,
again?
But I don't have a hangover, damn it.
Well, then go see a doctor, honey.
you're like, oh, damn, man. Like, so this guy's got a rough life. He doesn't like his job. He's sort of having marital problems. So he goes to a doctor.
Yep, a tiny little brain is your problem.
Okay, let's hear it again, Mr. Fasco.
Well, yesterday, I took the long way home.
About 12-hour drive.
And I remembered stopping the car on Old Orchard Road. I must have dozed. Because when I woke up, I had this awful headache.
Drinking people's hair grease.
God, when I got out of the car... Well, Doc, what I'm trying to say is my car was up in the sky.
Yep, I think we're gonna have to put you down.
Rocky, you've got to lay off the booze. I'll, write out a prescription for those headaches of yours.
Whatever you say, Doc.
So then we end up right back to where we started.
Right back to where I started, damn it. Took me 12 hours to leave this place, 12 hours to get back.
Your hair looks great like this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hi.
I just like scaring people. See the film crew?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How's the young grandson today?
Oh, fine. You take a little more off this time, especially around those ears.
Sure, we'll just shave them bald. How
That
about
reminds
that?
me,
You
my
like
dog
that?
got itching ears. And every time she would scratch herself, she'd howl and she'd squeal. So you know what?
Oh.
I decided to take her to the vet. But instead of him fixing her itching ears, he told me to go home and get a pile of her stool. Well, of course, we call it number 2. I couldn't imagine what does that have to do with itching ears, so I went home. Well, not to get the number 2. Instead, I called the Veterans Hospital, and they tell me, well, we treat people here, not dogs, and that I should call the vet hospital. But I said, this is the vet hospital, isn't it? He hung up on me.
I'd hang up on you too, lady. Whoa. Holy moly.
Hey, what's with you, mister?
I gotta leave now.
Last time we were coming to this barber shop, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Look at that hair. He didn't even finish cutting it.
He didn't even start cutting it. Right back to where we were, back on the road. Same thing. He's gonna drive 12 hours, and he's gonna start fighting in the sky, and who knows? It's amazing. Best movie ever. Yeah.
Seriously, a badass soundtrack.
16 hours later, he's still driving. This man in his strange car, out in the middle of nowhere. Will anybody stop him? Will anybody know? No, nobody will. Because this man is special. This man has a special gift. He can pull over, he can fall asleep, and he can dream unlike any other man. He waits for the fog machine to show up. What is he doing? Oh, is that the microphone?
Car trouble, mister?
No. You live around here?
No, right over there.
Right in that ditch.
Moved out here after the wife died. For some peace and quiet. But you know something? Lately, some mighty weird things been happening around here.
Sir, are you in meth? Yeah, a little bit. Holy shit. I'll be like beans and 12-day-old coffee.
So him and Rocky go inside. They bond right away. And the old man starts telling him about all the weird things that start going on around there.
What did you mean, weird?
Well, mister, last night, when me and the dog was about to turn in...
Psychedelic
Hey,
bats.
pick up your coffee. Relax. Well,
bats.
anyway, I heard this rumbling sound.
Sounded like a car driving by. Looked at it and it was a car driving by.
Now, this will sound crazy, but I'd swear it was coming from the roof of this here house. So I got my scattergun and went out to see.
It was a
Then it
fog
seemed like
machine.
He tells him the story about how he heard a hollering and a screaming, and it sounded like it was coming from above his house. And I was just like, what is he talking about? But it's because the Rocky pulled over right outside of that house, and that's where he was floating up, and that's why we see a little bit of the fog come into the shot. But it's because Rocky was actually up there, floating in the sky. What does that mean? I have no idea. Rocky has flying. Rocky can make things move with his mind. And he made his car fly when he was sleeping.
Hollering and screaming was coming from the top of the trees. From the very sky. What's wrong, mister? Aren't you feeling well?
I just gotta cut this hair, you know what I mean?
You want some more coffee?
No, come on, it's my old home brew.
He's got crack in it.
I said no.
I put meth in it.
Oh, no.
So now Rocky's made his first kill. And this is where the cops get involved. And it almost has this Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel for a second.
Best movie? What?
But then that quickly goes away, and it goes right back to the bizarreness of the movie.
Like I told you, O'Brien, as far as I can tell, no bullet has entered this body.
I wonder what did happen.
That's your department.
While the cops are dealing with this murder scene, you can see like the top edge of the set piece, and it's like built inside of another place. It adds to the bizarreness of this movie, because you're just like, huh? So you're kind of looking at the scene like, huh? The weird psychotronic power, but then you're like, huh? The set piece, huh? And then the acting and the editing, and you're just kind of, you're like a dog, like, barber?
This is great. This is a great movie.
Cue Joyce.
In this remote farmhouse just off Old Orchard Road, a bizarre killing was discovered early this afternoon.
She tries to interview the police captain, the detective looking over the case, and...
Lieutenant, can you give us an explanation?
Yeah. I have no comment at this time, ma'am.
Surely you must have some idea.
Look, lady, I said I have no statement. Now, what the hell are you doing here anyway?
It's not like you're a news reporter or anything.
Hey, Lieutenant!
I love the way this guy stands. He just looks so badass.
Badass. Look at cool. Look at cool.
Now, what you got?
Well, O'Brien, I think you should take a look at this.
And so these two are basically on the case. They're out to figure out what's going on. Who made the kill?
It's a pile of shit from a coyote. See that? That's coyote shit, man.
The ones that we found up near the farmhouse.
Their leads are hilarious. They follow like some tire tracks, and they look at like a shirt. And the shirt makes sense, obviously, but the tire tracks is just so funny. They really focus on the tire tracks.
What the hell?
No, this whole case is crazy. I mean, well, how did he get the car back up on the road?
It's like you hit the gas or something.
What's that?
This, I don't know, it's some kind of jacket, I guess. We found it laying up by the other car tracks.
Well, run it through the lab anyway.
Will do.
Some kind of jacket, I think. I can't tell. Maybe it's pants, maybe it's his beanie. I can't tell. We gotta take it to the lab and make sure it's actually a jacket. Maybe it's not a jacket. Maybe it's a short sleeve shirt. Tire tracks. Like that's gonna help you at all. Look, the tire tracks lead to the road.
Haircut, driving, weird scene, doctors. And then we go back to haircut, driving, killing scene, doctors. a very, very complicated script.
A. What's the next one? B, huh? B. Okay. Let's see what's in the funnies.
He like looks in the newspaper and sees like something, and then looks at his notes and he's like, holy moly.
Orchard Road. Must be a connection. Nope, nothing.
And it's just something that happened on the same road. Somehow he connects that with an alcoholic. His original diagnosis for this guy was he was an alcoholic and he was flying in his car, and then he finds out like mysterious murder, and he's like, it must have been the alcoholic. It must have been the floating car guy. And you're like, what?
Doctor, get me the government.
So the doctor calls the police department and lets him know what he thinks is going on. The doctor just figures it out, and then right away he's like, oh, like, you know, so now the cops know what's going on right away.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. There's a Dr. Steinberg on the phone who thinks he knows something about the old Orchard case.
Okay, I better take it now.
Hey, O'Brien, here's a lab report on the jacket that we found.
It's definitely a jacket.
But right after the doctor makes the call, and he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I think I did the right thing. He like feels somebody.
I think it's a psionic man.
Sharon, is that you?
Somebody's moving my desk around in the other room.
Well, it's you.
Whew. That scene is creepy.
You know this isn't really the proper time for you to be here.
I just couldn't wait.
So the doctor like doesn't know what to do, and he's like, but just go in this little like room here. I'm gonna go prepare something. Yeah, just go ahead and sit tight.
I've gotten into some
we'll
real
talk.
trouble.
We'll talk. Just relax.
I need to call the I need to grab my stuff, my doctor stuff. You know how this goes. I'm gonna put him out. I'm gonna put him out so he can't fuck with anybody else. Oh, you don't mind me. $522. This is 522.
Oh my God, he's here, dude. He's here. You know the guy I just called about him. Yeah, I swear to God, he's here.
All right, Doctor. The lieutenant will be there shortly.
Rocky is just sitting in there waiting, you know, so he opens the door.
Doctor?
And then finds out the man he trusted burnt him. He just totally burnt him.
Yes. I see. Thank you very much.
I was just calling for a pizza. I thought you might be hungry.
Whoa. Whoa. Chill out, man. Chill out. Chill out with the blowing stuff up with the brain thing.
Dead. Death. Dead and deadly death. All he wanted was some help. Doctor couldn't give it. Nobody can give it. He's on the other side of the street now. Can't even explain it. Can you explain it? I didn't think so. He somehow started a car without even being in the car. That's how badass this guy is. He's so badass.
So now Rocky's made his second kill.
I don't see anything. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit. You know, I don't know how to deal with this. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. He looks fine. He'll be fine.
They go check out his office.
Excuse me? Just wondering if I could use your bathroom real quick. I've been eating cheese for the past week, and I think it's starting to finally come out. I'll continue his research. If it takes me the rest of my life, I will do it.
And then it just sort of hard cuts to this bar, and they're all dancing and having a good time. It's like, okay. Yeah, let's just dance a whole fucking movie. And we get Rocky out there trying to let loose, relax a little. He's had a hard day. And then look who happens to show up. The lady who worked next door to him.
She's like, that's the type of crazy I like right there.
Oh, there you are. Where you been? Hey, you got your head in the clouds?
He just like immediately blows her head up like a fucking balloon.
So I guess he has a couple drinks, and then he ends up sleeping with her.
Come on, babe. Let's get out of here.
Hey, good for you. But wait, aren't you married? He doesn't care about that. He's a psychotronic man.
Yes. Psionic man. Psionic brain. She wants me for my psionic brain. She doesn't know that I can't control the death of people yet. She doesn't know I know how to kill people with my brain. I'll explode people and I don't even know how insane it is. I hope my brain stops blowing people up, you know what I mean? You ever have that? You ever have those days where you just blow people up? Damn.
God, I wish we could always be together.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Who is it?
I'm Lieutenant Walter O'Brien, Madam, County Sheriff's Department. I'd like to speak to Mr. Fosco.
Well, he ain't home. Sometimes he's home, sometimes he ain't.
All right, Madam. I'll call back later.
Call?
Well, what's wrong? Has something happened?
No, Madam. It's just a routine call.
Totally normal. I just, this is what we do. Don't mind the camera and the reflection either. I go to every single home like this. I just ask people, is your husband home? Oh, no, okay. Okay, if they are, just say, okay, nice to meet you, sir. And then I just go on my way.
His poor wife, man. He treats his wife so bad. She seems like such a good woman or whatever. I don't know. You don't know much about her, but she seems like a decent person. And he just shits all over her. He's cheating on her and just sort of hung over all the time while she's trying to raise 2 kids. And she doesn't tell him about cops showing up to the house. She actually protects him by saying, oh, he's not here when he was. And then he's like, why didn't you tell me they were here? And she's like, because you were fucking hung over, dude.
How long have they been out there?
They came this morning.
Hey, why didn't you tell me they were here?
Because you were passed out drunk. There was no way anyone or anything could have woke you up.
And then he's like, I can't believe this. And he gets all pissed off and decides to leave.
Rocky, where do you think you're going?
My side
Will
chicks.
you answer me?
I gotta get away from here.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Yeah, I killed a couple people,
It's got
had
something
sex
to
with
do
a
with that
lady.
broad
I
that's
don't
been
know.
I haven't got time to explain.
So then he ends up killing his wife.
Why not?
Get off of me!
Get in there!
So that's death number 3. So he takes off in his car, and the detectives that are outside stalking his house go chasing after him. which leads into one of the longest parts of this whole movie, and it's just the endless chase scene.
I've killed too many people, leaving my wife now. Even killing my wife now. What the fuck am I doing?
Pursuing assailant east on 50 and need intercept at 90 ramp. Over.
Look, he's gonna try to blow up your head. If you can stop him from blowing up your head, you're gonna do well. Don't let him blow up your brains. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Car 735 to Central. Car 735 to Central.
I can't really see. I got a bright light in my face.
Central, where are our backup units?
Blew up too many brains. I knew it. I knew I blew up too many minds.
All right, boys. Pull back a bit and let me have him. We've got him now.
It's a cool shot. Sped up.
In movies, cars that just run into walls blow up. And of course this car runs into a wall and it just blows up. It like blows up from the back seat though. What?
Yeah, this car is just really badly made, sir. It just kind of blew up out of nowhere.
So now our boy Rocky is free out in Chicago and he's running around trying to escape.
Yeah, guys, I'm out here by myself right now, and you know, the stars are out, and it's so dark, and Psionic Man's creeping somewhere. I just don't want to get eaten. Guys, I don't want to get eaten by the Psionic Man. I don't know if he eats people or, what he does, but... Guys, I'm seeing a lot of rats, man. I'm seeing a lot of rats. And somebody's following me around with a spotlight. It's kind of freaks me out, you know what I'm saying? Bro, get out of here. I'm trying to take down the Psionic Man, you know what I'm saying? Bro, get you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Psionic Man. Just gonna slick my hair back like this. Should've got your hair cut in my salon, you son of a bitch. Even the rats go running. Old Psychotronic.
So our boy's like running, and then he gets inside of a building, and then he goes up to the roof, and all the cops are chasing him.
Okay, to the roof.
He's like trying to hide from the cops, all like.
Like an automatic fucking rifle. It's like every time he slicks back his hair, it's like a gunshot. A psychotronic gunshot. They're shooting out in the middle of fucking public, just like boom, boom. There's like people all around. But as soon as they have him cornered, they don't shoot.
Please, Mr.
I can't roll my eyes hard enough.
This part almost looks like 1990s Batman.
card. Think about the future.
So then we catch back up with Rocky, and somehow he escaped that little area, and he's up on this ledge, and he still has his bottle of grease. You could suggest that there's something in that bottle causing him to go a little crazy.
Jackal, Bob, Harry, fan out, lads. Behind me.
All right, backup is on the way. Estimated time no longer than 2 minutes.
I just need to take a little rest.
There's no sign of him.
He's not getting out of there.
Hey, give me that. Thanks.
Chuck.
How dare you take that from him, man? That was his radio, man.
Man, this Irish guy's got like a sixth sense. He just like knows where this guy is. When they're up on the rooftop, there's like a giant spotlight because they had to light this thing because they're shooting with film. And the cop's like looking around like, where could he be? Where could he be? And then he looks over like, maybe he's up there where the giant spotlight is pointing.
Regroup the men in this area.
Okay. But why, O'Brien? He's not here.
Chuck, don't argue. And radio for a SWAT team and long-range rifles.
Anything you say. This is Jackson. Can I get a SWAT?
What do you mean he's not there? You guys chased him up to the top of a fucking building. It's not like he's that far away from you.
He's hiding in the light where the spotlight is pointing. For some reason, Rocky doesn't move. He's just like staying in the most obvious spot. It's like, go somewhere, dude. Like, at this point, he would try to sneak out. Or you think a cop would find him. They're like right there. They're like right next to him. But for some reason, they don't find him. And he just waits for the SWAT team to show up. Okay.
Camera guy. Camera guy. Camera guy. Camera guy.
I don't buy for a second that these guys are SWAT. And it's just 3 guys. It's like, I want a SWAT team and long distance rifles. And 3 guys show up. One guy's like real old. One guy's like big and kind of dopey. It's like, this is your crack shot team?
Yes, Lieutenant.
I have a man up on that roof, and I want him hit.
Is he armed?
He doesn't need to be.
And he's got 2 arms, but, you know.
He just knows. He's right there. Then out of nowhere, we get this like suave, cool guy, and he looks like a Secret Service agent. Like a top secret James Bond, Secret Service, top secret guy.
Gorman, Special Intelligence Agent. Can I speak to you privately?
Certainly. Over here.
Come into my office.
Let's put it this way. We've had him under surveillance.
What?
Make certain no harm comes to him, and that when he is captured, he'll be placed in my custody.
What?
Our intelligence reports confirmed that he possesses psychotronic powers that can well benefit our national security.
At what price?
Enough. I've got my orders. I just gave you yours.
At this point, all Rocky would have to do is just step away from the ledge, just crawl away, and then just continue on. That's all he'd have to do, and he'd be scot-free. Instead...
Captain, don't miss.
You cannot escape.
All he has to do is, like, keep going in the direction he was going, and they won't be able to shoot him. But instead, he's going to make himself visible. He's going to go backwards, and they're all going to shoot him. He's going to... and then we're going to get a slow motion shot in, like 24 frames slowed down, so it's all like... There it is.
It's like... so proud of himself. Rocky just made the stupidest choice ever. So then his partner comes up. He's got his little walkie-talkie, and he's like, yeah, he's not down there.
10-4. Damn, Lieutenant, he's not down there. You guys got any more word on what's going on down there?
And then it just dawns on O'Brien, like, oh, shit.
Some pedestrians thought they saw him fall. We can't find him.
Well, if they saw him fall, he's down there. Find him.
That's how it ends. The Psionic Man.
What a movie. That's a movie. That's how you do a movie, man. You leave it open-ended, man. That's how you do a movie. Leave it open-ended. So all in all, I can see why that movie is a cult classic. There's definitely some lulls. The car chase scene is really rough to get through. But other than that, the movie is bizarre enough that it keeps your attention. And the idea of having this guy who just like does this and like can kill people and it never shows how he kills people is great. He just sort of goes crazy. It never really establishes why or how he gets the power, or you know, if it's the booze, if it's the, I don't know, he just seems rough with his life. It doesn't establish that he's a bad guy. He just sort of starts doing bad things. I really enjoyed this movie. I laughed a lot through it, and if you're a B-movie lover, if you're a bad movie lover, this movie should definitely be on your list. It's a cult classic for a reason. If you only really like popcorn movies and big blockbuster movies, it's probably not going to interest you. It's really about the bad aspects that make it so interesting, and if you try to follow the story, while it is simple, it's just so absurd and worth watching. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you watched the movie, and I'll see you next time.
A motion picture by Jack Sell. Jack, how did you sell this movie? Somehow you sold this movie. You see the edit there?